Good evening and welcome to Around the 32, the show where you can get your betting information, fantasy information, and just general information about your football games coming up in the National Football League. I am your host, Brian B.A. Arndt, and I will be taking you on this journey every Thursday, every Sunday, and every Monday, just to keep you current and up to date. Tonight, we have the Dallas Cowboys going against the Detroit Lions at Ford Field. Game is prevalent to both of them. They both need to get this win. It's really important for both of them. If Dallas loses this game, they'll be leapfrogged by the Carolina Panthers, who have beaten them in a head-to-head matchup. If Detroit loses this game, it's not going to look too good for them in their playoff picture because they'll fall back as well. It's just going to be weird, people. Both of them are fighting for their natural-born lives. As you see right here, we have the 7-5 Detroit Lions and the 6-5-1 Dallas Cowboys going at it. And that's the playoff picture as it is, with the Chicago Bears being the number one seed in the NFC, followed by the LA Rams, and then the Philadelphia Eagles, and, of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the wild card will be the Seattle Seahawks, the Green Bay Packers, and the San Francisco 49ers. This is a do-or-die game. So let's get into it. The Cowboys 6-5-1 at the Lions 7-5. The Lions are favored by 3 points, which is basically, either way it goes, it happens. The total points are 54.5. We're going to get into that in just a moment. The scoring offenses, the Cowboys are 29.3, which is number 2 in the NFL. And then the Lions are 29.2, which is number 3 in the NFL. Scoring defenses, the Cowboys are 28.5, which is 31st in the NFL. And Detroit is 22.8, which is 15th in the NFL. I would take the Lions and take the under in total points. I see the Lions winning 27-24. Again, it's a field goal game, even though they probably have the better field goal kicker in Dallas. But we're going to get into the reason why I picked this prediction and why you should be taking the Lions at the 3 and taking the under in the points. Out for the game for the Cowboys, offensive attacker Tyler Guyton is out. And cornerback Trayvon Diggs is out for the Cowboys. For the Lions, a heap of people are out. Safety Kirby Joseph is out. Wide receiver Khalif Raymond is out. Tight end Brock Wright is out. And tight end Shane Zystra is out. Right now, we have no word on what Amon St. Brown's status is. He's a game-time decision. We will be looking into that to see what happens as we are going along here. Let's go to the passing offenses versus the passing defense. The passing offense for the Dallas Cowboys is first against the 17th ranked passing defense of the Lions. The passing defense for the Cowboys is 30th versus the 7th passing offense. So this should be an aired out game. Everybody should be looking for fireworks as far as quarterback to receiver, tight end, running back. Rushing offense, Dallas is 13th, and the Lions' rushing defense is 11th. Rushing defense by the Cowboys is 20th. Rushing offense is 4th. And with that being said, we're probably not going to see too much. The interior line for the Dallas Cowboys has gotten better since Quinnen Williams has gotten inserted into that lineup. Their defense is starting to rise up as far as against the run. This is something the Lions want to avoid doing in the future so that they don't have to so they're going to have to figure out another way. Can't run into the beginning of the you can't run into the meat of that defense and think you're going to get yards out of it. It's not going to happen that well. It's going to be a bad case for him. Amon St. Brown, like I said before, is a game time decision, and even if he plays, he may not impact the game heavily. Probably be on a snap count if he does play. Our fantasy implications right now, Dallas has 5 players in the top 5 of their respective positions of projected fantasy points. Those top 5 are Dak Prescott at 19.3, CeeDee Lamb at 17.9, George Pickens at 17.7, and Jake Ferguson at 10.9, and of course their kicker Brandon Aubrey at 8.8. The Lions only have 1 in that category, and that's Jahmyr Gibbs at 23.5. But like I said, the running game is probably going to have to be limited for the Lions because that interior line is for the Cowboys are just awesome. And that's what we want to see here. And it looks like maybe St. Brown is playing, but I don't want to make that official until the game starts. But just keep an eye on that. Again, I don't think that St. Brown is going to be impacting the game heavily. I think he's going to be out there a lot of times for decoys or on third downs. He's not going to have a full snap count, I wouldn't think, with that ankle. That being said, I targeted Dak Prescott. The Lions defense has given up 58 fantasy points to the Giants and the Packers quarterbacks while only scoring 2 against them. This isn't about the Lions defense, but more of what Dak can do to them. Dak has completed 66.7% of his passes in the last 2 games, throwing for 674 yards, 4 TDs, and 2 interceptions for 47.7 fantasy points. I see Dak having 3 touchdowns and throwing for over 300 yards and no picks. I think he has a streak of about 3 or 4 games of 300 yards, and this will just add on to it. My pick for the Lions is Jameson Williams without potentially Amon St. Brown. But if he does play, and the fact that the Cowboys' run defense has improved, look for Jamo to get targeted often and early. Last game without Amon, Jameson had 144 yards on 7 catches and a TD. Might be a career day for Jamo. I see him with 10 catches for 150 yards and 2 scores. So again, take the Lions and their 3 points. Should be a 27-24 game. I got them, and take the under at the 54.5. It's a little high, but I just think that usually in these cases when you expect to score a lot, they usually don't score a lot. They usually are pretty tame in the scoring. So take the under in a total. And again, I got the Lions win 27-24. And just have a very good game. Watch the game. Have a good time. It's going to be on the line for both teams. Everybody have a great night, and we will see you later.